Friends, the film we are going to watch today is not an ordinary superhero film. This is the story of a man who is a hero and a villain at the same time. He saves people's lives and teaches a lesson to his enemies mercilessly. This film, released in 2016, had created a sensation all over the world. It is called Deadpool. The film starts from a taxi. Deadpool is on the most important mission of his life. He has a funny smile on his face as always, but deep inside he is looking for a person who has ruined his whole life. He gets bored sitting on the back seat of the taxi, so he goes ahead and sits next to the driver. An Indian young man is driving a taxi, whose name is Dopinder. Both start talking on the way. Dopinder tells Deadpool his love story. He tells that he loves a girl named Gita very much and wanted to make her his wife, but his fate was not so good. His own cousin, Bandhu, wins Gita's heart, and now Gita is away from him. After listening to Dopinder's sad story, Deadpool becomes serious for a while, because he himself has suffered a lot of pain in love. He tells Dopinder that if you love someone truly, then try to get it at all costs. You don't get love again and again in life, so when you get a chance, never let it go. After a while, Dopinder sees Deadpool's shiny red suit. He gets excited and asks why he is wearing this weird costume. Deadpool answers in his funny way that he is after some very bad people, but the most important of these people is a person named Ajax. Deadpool tells that he has been looking for Ajax for the past 1 year, 3 weeks, 6 days, and 14 minutes. He now has only one purpose in life: to catch the man who has changed his face and body forever. Ajax is not just a scientist, but also a heartless and dangerous person who has ruined the lives of many people with his experiments. On the other hand, Ajax is presenting the mutants made in his secret lab to the officers of the army. He is selling these people like a weapon. For him, humans have no value. For him, they are just a product that can be bought and sold for money. As soon as the deal is complete, Ajax and his men leave from there, without knowing that someone is following them. Meanwhile, Deadpool reaches very close to his destination, but then he realizes that he has forgotten his bag of bullets at home. Now he has only 12 bullets left. This could have been a big problem for a common man, but there is still a smile on Deadpool's face. After saying goodbye to Dopinder, he sits on a huge suspension bridge and starts waiting for his prey. After a while, he sees a caravan of Ajax's men from a distance. Then what? Deadpool comes into action at lightning speed. He goes straight into a moving car and kills the goons sitting inside in a matter of seconds. After this, he uses his swords to turn the enemy's bodies into weapons. Many bike-riding goons try to surround him, but Deadpool knocks them down one by one on the road. In just a few seconds, the entire highway becomes a battlefield. Cars start colliding all around. Smoke, screams, and chaos spreads. Then another caravan moves towards it, filled with armed men. Deadpool loses control of the car with his feet, and after a few moments, the caravan turns. There is a massive destruction on the road. News of such a big incident soon reaches TV channels. News reporters wear a red suit and mention a mysterious man. Upon hearing this news, X-Men's powerful member Colossus realizes that this is not someone else's job, but Deadpool's. He immediately leaves his breakfast and takes his companion Negasonic teenage Warhead with him to the scene. On the way back to the highway, the road is completely closed. Ordinary people leave their cars in fear and start running. On the other hand, Ajax's armed men surround Deadpool from all sides. But Deadpool is not at all scared. He has only 12 bullets, and he decides that each bullet will reach its target. He starts killing each enemy while counting the bullets. Then a very skilled bike rider suddenly comes in front of him and shoots him. But Deadpool's speciality is that his body quickly heals itself. Despite being shot, he stands up again and tries to kill the attacker. However, that man somehow escapes from there. Now Deadpool has only 7 bullets left. He understands that not a single bullet should go to waste, so he hides in the middle of the cars and moves forward, waiting for the right moment. As soon as an enemy comes in front of him, he takes advantage of his weakness and attacks. Then he shoots a grenade in the hand of a goon, which causes a terrible explosion and fills the entire area with fire and smoke. But this was just the beginning. The real battle was yet to come. In the midst of the chaos on the highway, Deadpool stops for a while and celebrates his victory. Suddenly, an armed goon shoots him from behind. He slowly reaches near Deadpool. Suddenly, he picks up his gun and shoots him directly in the head. The goon gets stuck there. The next 3 goons who come in front of him understand something. Their heads become the target before that. In a few seconds, his gun is completely empty. But then he realizes that an enemy standing in front of him is still alive. Actually, he was not an ordinary human being, but a mutant. Despite being shot in the head, he does not die and starts attacking again. Now Deadpool did not have any bullets left, so he takes out his famous sword. In a few moments, there is a fierce fight between the two. The story stops here for a while, and we are taken 2 years back to the time when Deadpool was not yet Deadpool. At that time, his name was Wed Wilson, and he was a mercenary. One day, Wed gets a strange job. He is given money to scare a young man. He disguises as a pizza delivery boy and reaches the boy's house. The young man's name is Jeremy. From the outside, he looks like an ordinary boy, but in reality, he was a dangerous stalker. Wed warns Jeremy without wasting time. Wed's style is so scary that Jeremy gets scared immediately and is forced to retreat. After finishing the job, Wed goes to meet Megan and assures her that now that man will never bother her. Hearing this, Megan takes a breath of relief. She says with a smile that he is her hero. But as soon as she hears this, Wed gets a different reaction on her face. She did not like to be called a hero. She did not see herself as a superhero. After a day's work, Wed reaches her favorite bar, Sister Margaret. Her friend Weasel works here. As soon as Wed enters, the atmosphere changes as usual. His presence is so strange and fun that people start reacting to him. After a while, a sudden fight starts inside the bar. Chairs start flying. People fall on each other. Meanwhile, a man falls unconscious after being punched hard. Weasel reaches to check his breath. When he finds out that he is still alive, the people present there get disappointed. At the same bar, Wed meets a girl who was going to change his whole life. Her name was Vanessa. At first glance, a fun and mischievous conversation starts between the two. Wed asks her what she can get for $275. Vanessa answers with a smile that she can do whatever she wants for the next 48 minutes. Wed thinks for a while and then makes a decision that probably no one expected. Instead of taking Vanessa to a hotel or a room, he takes her straight to an amusement park. For the next 48 minutes, both of them laugh, play, and spend time getting to know each other. They play different games. They don't even realize when the time passes. When the 48 minutes are over, they still don't want to be apart from each other. Days, weeks, and months pass by, but their relationship gets stronger than before. Time passes, and finally, Christmas comes. This day was going to be very special for both of them. Wed takes out a beautiful ring and proposes to Vanessa for marriage, and she says yes immediately. To cherish this memorable moment forever, both of them click a picture together. But maybe fate wanted something else. A few minutes after clicking the picture, Wed suddenly falls ill, and he falls unconscious on the ground. Frightened, Vanessa immediately takes him to the hospital. There, doctors do many tests. Doctors say that Wed has not just one, but many types of cancer. Hearing this news, Vanessa completely breaks down. She asks doctors about every possible treatment. On the other hand, Wed quietly sits and looks at Vanessa's face. Returning to the present, the search for Deadpool's Ajax is still going on. After the fight on the highway, he starts following a mysterious man, because he is sure that this person can directly take him to his biggest enemy, Ajax. Deadpool follows that mysterious bike rider and drops him on the road, and keeps kicking him. He is sure that this is his enemy, but when he takes off his helmet, he realizes that this is none other than Ajax. Angry, Deadpool puts his sword in Ajax's shoulder without delay. Ajax suffers from pain. He does not recognize that masked man. Then Deadpool slowly removes his mask and shows his real face. As soon as Ajax realizes that Wed Wilson is standing in front of him, he is surprised. But before Deadpool finishes his job, a man like a giant metal reaches there. Colossus. He jumps in the middle and throws Deadpool away and saves Ajax's life. Before going to the hospital, Wed goes to his old bar Sister Margaret for the last time, so that he can say goodbye to his friend Weasel. During the conversation, Weasel gives him a card and tells him that the man sitting on the table in front wants to meet him. That man is a mysterious man wearing a suit and tie. Wed goes to him and sits. Agent Smith tells that he works for an organization that can cure Wed's cancer. Not only that, he can also give him such powers that people dream of. That night, Wed could not sleep. Finally, he decides that if this is his last hope, he will have to test it. Let's go back to the present. Colossus has saved Ajax, and now he is trying to make Deadpool understand that he should join X-Men. But Deadpool gets angry. He clearly says that he will never be a part of a club of good people. During this argument, Ajax sees the opportunity and runs away. As soon as Deadpool realizes that he has run away, he gets very angry. In anger, he attacks Colossus. Colossus's body is made entirely of metal. Deadpool's punches and kicks have no effect on him. On the contrary, in every attack, Deadpool's bones begin to break. In the end, Colossus controls him and takes him to the X-Men mansion in handcuffs. Wed takes a mad decision. He takes out a knife and cuts his own palm so that he can get out of the handcuffs, but his body immediately starts healing him again. Deadpool runs and jumps behind a passing truck and somehow escapes Colossus. After a while, he is lying in the middle of a pile of garbage. He remembers that he only wanted a long life so that he could spend his future with Vanessa. There, Ajax reaches his place and tells Angel that he has finally found the real identity of the man in the red suit. He now understands that Wade Wilson is still alive. After getting his wounds treated, Ajax also starts making a new plan, a plan by which he can kill Deadpool forever. Here, after the day is over, Wade returns home. He lives with a blind old woman, Elle, in a small apartment. Elle does not recognize him, but still has a strange affinity with him. One day, when Elle tries to catch him by listening to something near the door, she slips by mistake. Wade takes care of her and finds out that she was trying to assemble her own furniture, but without screwing it up. That's why the whole furniture falls. Already upset, Wade gets even more angry. His day is completely ruined, and he goes to his room in anger. At the same time, Ajax sits at his place on the other side and prepares for the next move. A new struggle was about to begin. Wade has now returned home. He is quietly sitting on the sofa, but he is constantly thinking about Vanessa. After so many months of struggle, pain, and loneliness, he is unable to stop his feelings for the first time and shares his pain in front of Elle. He touches Ella's face with his small hand, which has become part of his mutation, and thanks her for supporting him all this time. Ella advises him that he should go to Vanessa. She believes that if love is true, then a person's face is not seen. But Wade answers in anger and pain that Ella is saying this because she can't see him. He says that if she could see him in his real form, then she would understand why he can't go to Vanessa. Meanwhile, Ajax and his partner Angel reach Sister Margaret at the same time, where Agent Smith had found Wade. They ask Weasel about Wade, but Weasel clearly denies that he doesn't know a person named Wade Wilson. Angel sees a picture there in which Wade and Vanessa are together. This is the same picture that Wade had given to Weasel before going to the hospital. Seeing this, the situation immediately becomes dangerous. In anger, Angel grabs Weasel's neck, but then Ajax stops him. All the people outside take out their weapons and aim at them, forcing them to retreat from there. As soon as Ajax and Angel leave from there, Weasel immediately calls Wade and warns him that those people are now behind Vanessa. Hearing this, Wade gets scared and immediately runs to the nightclub where Vanessa works. He reaches inside the club and starts looking for her. When he sees Vanessa, he slowly moves towards her, but at the last moment, he stops due to fear. Wade was still struggling with the fear that if Vanessa sees him in this form, everything will be over. He gets scared and goes to the bathroom and pours water on his face, as if he is mentally preparing himself. After a while, he comes out, but then a staff member of the club tells Vanessa that someone has come to meet him, who wants to talk about his ex-boyfriend. Vanessa comes out and sees a person with a hood standing in the dark, and thinks that maybe this is Wade. But then the real danger comes out. Ajax appears there with his real identity. The next moment, Angel catches Vanessa and kidnaps her. Everything happens so fast that no one understands anything. On the other hand, when Wade does not find Vanessa anywhere, Weasel tells him that he saw her leaving through the back door of the club. Then Wade gets a small message on the ground that Ajax has left. He immediately understands that Vanessa has been kidnapped. Knowing this, Wade becomes furious. He returns home and breaks everything there. His pain had now turned into anger. Meanwhile, he gets a message from Ajax. This message is sent from Vanessa's phone. Ajax calls him to meet him at the junkyard. Deadpool starts collecting weapons without time. He knows that this fight will not be easy, so whatever weapons he finds at home, he fills them in a bag. Before leaving, he goes to the blind woman Elle. He thanks her that she supported him in such a difficult time and let him stay in her house. For the first time, emotional softness is visible on his face. Now he does not want to fight alone. So he reaches the X-Men's mansion and asks for the help of Colossus and Negasonic teenage Warhead. He tells them that Ajax has kidnapped Vanessa, and all this happened because of them, because they did not stop him first. Colossus refuses first. But in the end, understanding the situation, he gets ready to help. Meanwhile, Dopinder is also included in the mission. This time, he is given the responsibility to take all three to the junkyard. During the journey in the car, Ved again comes in his old humorous style and asks Dopinder if he has won Gita's heart. Dopinder is sad and tells that he has not been successful yet because his cousin brother Bandhu is smarter and more attractive than him. Ved listens to this and gives him a strange but interesting advice, and during that time, it is found that Bandhu is tied in the trunk of Dopinder's car. Hearing this, Ved smiles, and for the first time, the stress is reduced for a while. The atmosphere in the car becomes a little lighter during the journey, but Ved still does not completely lose focus on his mission. He keeps explaining to Dopinder in a humorous way what he should do to impress Gita, because Colossus, sitting in the back seat, listens to his entire conversation and keeps an eye on every move of Ved. Finally, when they reach the junkyard, Dopinder says goodbye to his friend and leaves from there. Now only 3 people remain in the field: Deadpool, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. As soon as they enter the junkyard, Deadpool suddenly remembers that he forgot his weapon bag in the taxi. Now there is very little time left. It is going to be noon, and Doppender has left. In this, Deadpool decides that now he will fight in the old way, only with his 2 swords. Suddenly, armed soldiers surround him in large numbers from all sides. Then Angel comes there and makes it clear that her job is to stop Deadpool. On the other hand, Colossus rushes to him so that Deadpool can pay attention to save Vanessa. But Angel drops Colossus to the ground in one punch, which causes Negasonic Teenage Warhead to come in the middle. Using his powers, he throws Angel away. Here, Angel orders the soldiers to fire. In response, Colossus throws a heavy truck tire and knocks down many soldiers. A terrible fight begins all around. Deadpool and Negasonic hide behind the junkyard to avoid bullets. But Deadpool, in his strange and fun way, tears his underwear and makes it a peace flag and tries to stop the enemies. He tells the soldiers that if they put their weapons, he will leave them. But the plan goes wrong, and the soldiers start attacking again. Now there is no option left with Deadpool, and he breaks them with his swords. In a few moments, he kills many enemies mercilessly. On the other hand, a terrible fight is going on between Colossus and Angel. While helping Negasonic Deadpool, she takes him to the 2nd floor of the junkyard where Ajax and Vanessa are present. She throws Deadpool up with her powers. As soon as Deadpool reaches up, he looks at Vanessa, who is trapped in the oxygen chamber. He promises to save her. But as soon as Vanessa sees him, she realizes that he is her ex-fiancé, and she gets angry and shocked. Meanwhile, Ajax shuts down the oxygen chamber so that Wade becomes weaker. Then he attacks Deadpool with 2 axes. A fierce fight starts between the two. In the middle of the fight, Deadpool throws his sword into the oxygen chamber so that the outside air can go inside and Vanessa can escape. But now he has only 1 sword left. Ajax takes advantage of this and breaks his other sword as well. Now Deadpool is completely unarmed. On the other hand, Colossus is also badly injured by Angel. Meanwhile, Vanessa somehow escapes from her captivity and attacks Ajax. She picks up Deadpool's sword and injures him from behind, although the fight was not over yet. Negasonic Teenage Warhead blows up a huge explosion with all her strength, which shakes the entire junkyard, and everything starts to collapse. Fire, chaos, and devastation spreads all around. Deadpool somehow manages to save himself and tries to save Vanessa so that she doesn't fall and get crushed by the containers. As soon as the entire building starts shaking, Colossus picks up Vanessa and Negasonic and runs towards a safe place. In a few moments, the entire junkyard turns into a swamp. Later, Vanessa is safely pulled out of the swamp and she almost recovers. Deadpool also comes out, and for the first time, he thinks that maybe everything is fine now. He has got his happy ending. But suddenly, Ajax comes back to life and attacks Deadpool. Both of them get entangled in the swamp again. This time, Deadpool breaks down on him with all his strength and breaks both of his hands. He tells Ajax that now he will fix his face. But Ajax starts laughing and says that there is no cure for it. He claims that Wade will have to live like this forever. Ajax is now completely in Deadpool's grip. He is wounded and helpless. But still, he doesn't give up his arrogance and taunts. He keeps saying that Wade's face can never be fixed, and he will always be forced to live in this horrible form. Hearing this, Deadpool's anger increases. He takes out the small pistol given by his old house owner Elle and decides to kill Ajax. Now there is only one way in front of him: revenge. But just at the same time, Colossus reaches there. He tries to stop Deadpool and tells him to choose the right path. He reminds him that the real hero never kills but chooses to forgive and save. Colossus fulfills his emotional and ethical words that Deadpool presses the trigger without much thought. In just a moment, Ajax's story ends. With the sound of bullets, Ajax gets stuck there. Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead stand far away and watch all this. Colossus hoped that Deadpool would stop in the last moment, but it didn't happen. Now Deadpool slowly goes to Vanessa, who is still in shock from this whole incident. She is filled with anger because Wade had left her without saying anything, without any goodbye. In anger, Vanessa punches him several times and takes out all her pain. Deadpool tolerates everything quietly because he knows that he is worthy of it. When his anger calms down a bit, Deadpool apologizes to him. He says that he left because he didn't want Vanessa to see his changed life and pain. He also tells her that there is no human left behind who was there before. He was afraid that Vanessa won't be able to accept him. Hearing this, Vanessa slowly looks at him and decides to remove his mask. As soon as she sees his face, she is shocked for a moment. His face has completely changed. It was so distorted that it was difficult to recognize. Then Deadpool removes the second mask, and there is another weird and funny face below it. But Vanessa slowly smiles and says that she will be ready to kiss him after some time and some drinks. Hearing this, everyone is shocked. Even Colossus and Negasonic are shocked at his reaction. Deadpool comes in a light mood and tells Colossus and Negasonic to go back to X-Men Mansion. His mission was now complete. Vanessa was safe, and X-Men was over. Now only one thing was left: his new life. Colossus says in the end that one day he will try to bring Deadpool back on the right path and will convince him to join X-Men. However, Deadpool is a man of his own way. He is not ready to be a part of any hero club. On the other hand, Vanessa doesn't take much time even after seeing Deadpool's changed face. Gradually, she accepts him. Love is more important than a face for her. And then an emotional moment comes. Vanessa kisses Deadpool just like old times, as if nothing has changed between them. In that one moment, all the fights, pain, and loneliness of Deadpool ends for a while. Now, in the end, Deadpool looks at the audience in his old humorous way and says that if you liked this film, then comment, like, and subscribe to the channel so that you get more movie recaps like this. With this, the story of the film ends here. A story of such an anti-hero who made a different identity between pain, revenge, and love.